Hi, I'm Blue and welcome to Blue Reviews. Today I'm super excited. I don't know if you can tell by my background, but we are going to be unboxing something today, and that is Thor Ragnarok. Just got it in the mail and I'm super excited because I really enjoyed this movie. I haven't been buying a lot of Blu-rays just because, you know, they take up a lot of space, but I really needed to get this one because I enjoyed the movie. I saw it in the theaters and I really had fun watching it, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that later, how I felt about the movie, why I liked the movie, all that good stuff. Of course, there will be spoilers, but I'll let you know when. And I just wanted to show you a little bit of what this looks like. I know a lot of people love to watch unboxing videos, so I figured why not share a little bit of what I have, and just in case you want to get it, you can see what it looks like. So let's get into that. See you in a bit. First, what we're gonna do is remove this plastic. Ready? Ta-da! Alright, let's get rid of this. Bye! Alright, here's the movie without the plastic. Looks so much better. So, I have a few steelbooks in my possession. Don't judge me. And while this looks beautiful, I love the artwork. I love the color and the way that the color is just bursting and like his face and things like that. I think this was really great in terms of the art style, but there are some steelbooks that really play with the idea of a steelbook, and so this one didn't really do anything extra in the front here, and some do, so there's that. But I really do like just the red and the contrast that's going on here. We do have Thor Ragnarok, and this is raised. You can't really tell because of the camera, but when you feel it, it has some texture there, so that's pretty awesome. Now let's look at the back. There we go. So here are all the characters, most of the characters. Now I will tell you a little bit of how I feel about the characters, you know, a little later, but really great, just really great overall. And I like how each character was important, you know, it wasn't just the one, of course, the star. Everyone had a good amount of screen time, and I think it was pretty awesome what they did with this movie. With the comedy, they still were able to give these characters depth and make us feel like we care about them as the audience. So that was pretty great. Of course, there's the extra here. Now, if you're interested, of course, I mean, you can find this information online. But, you know, it is a 4K, Ultra HD, 4K resolution, high dynamic range, which is HDR, if you guys didn't know. Wider color spectrum, immersive audio, Dolby Atmos, of course. And then, of course, there's the extras, which a lot of people don't get to see if you rent the movie, right? Because they remove a lot of these features, but they do have deleted scenes. There is a gag reel, which is my favorite. I love gag reels. I can't wait to watch that. There's Getting in Touch with Your Inner Thor, Unstoppable Women, Hela and Valkyrie. Can't wait to talk about that a little bit later. Finding Korg, exclusive short Team Daryl. With Thor gone, Daryl runs an ad for a new roommate. That's hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw on YouTube, you can find it, of course, but there is this little funny bit that they did where Thor was living with someone, and, you know, while they were doing the other Marvel movie, and it was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that. So I've been enjoying the comedy that they've been adding to Thor. And of course, we have director's commentary, so that's awesome. Now let's remove this, of course, you know, only at Best Buy. I like being able to go to Best Buy or, you know, walk over and get my stuff, just saying. And yeah, I live in New York City, so I don't really drive over. I take the bus or the train, or I walk. Sometimes I walk there. It's not that bad of a walk, so it's great. Here you can see the 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital. Now let's remove this so we can see the back. I'm not going to remove the sticker part because I'm going to stick this little piece back on, but look at that. Isn't that so cool? See, this part, I love the artwork. I love that so much. His helmet from the movie. So if you didn't see the movie, then it's not really a spoiler, but if you did see the movie, then you'll remember. Now let's open this up. Of course, this is the side. I don't know if too many people pay attention to this part of it. There are some movies that do really cool jobs here, and it looks really cool when you put it in your shelf, but for the most part, pretty standard. Now let's open this. We do have the digital code. We're just gonna put this away. Now, some people like the artwork on the disc to be, you know, a little bit out of the ordinary, different, but it's cool. It's not anything special, I would say, but it's cool. And then of course, this disc, sometimes they kind of just forget it and they just throw it in there. I personally like when they have like the artwork on both discs, but you know, it's fine. And then of course, here's the artwork on this side. Now I think I know, although I didn't know this before I started this video or before I opened this, but I think I know what picture this is going to be. So let's just remove, actually let me show you the back together. Now some steelbooks do have artwork where they show where when you open it this way, it kind of connects, you know, and it makes sense. This one seems to be like two different images, which is completely fine. Again, it's all about preference and what they want to do with the steelbook. So let's remove these discs. Now I have to be really careful. I will say I'm super clumsy. I'm super clumsy, so we're gonna try and do this carefully. We're gonna try and do this we have to be calculated about this, and we're not gonna mess up these discs. We're just not gonna do it. All right, disc number 1. Remove that. There it is. Okay, now the Blu-ray disc, as we see, there's no special artwork in it or anything. I wish they would have done that, but for the most part, they kind of forget that. All right, let's try and get this out without messing. This one's the hardest part because you have to remove, but then you also have to lift up carefully. Okay, there we go, the back. Oh my goodness, I almost dropped the disc. Don't tell anyone. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so there's the background. See, I like this picture. It's cool. I like when this part of the movie happens. Now, if you didn't see the trailer, this part is kind of in the trailer, so you should know. But just in case you didn't see it, I won't say anything. But I do like this part of the movie. It was really funny. I guess I kind of wish we saw something different. You know, something new, something special just for the Blu-ray. A lot of the times there's backgrounds that aren't very special, and then sometimes there are really special ones, and so of course it depends on what they want to do, but not bad. I like this picture a lot. So overall, we got this picture on the inside, and then of course this picture over here. So that's what the steelbook looks like. Now I'm going to put these discs back very carefully. I'm trying so hard. I have to pay attention. All right. Putting it back is the hard part. Carefully. Ah, it's like, okay, there we go. Okay. All right, second disc. Whew. I know this shouldn't be so hard for me, but I'm so clumsy. There we go. Click. Okay, we are in the clear. Now, I do enjoy putting the little... Oh, I should put this back inside. Don't try and steal my code, guys. That would be rude. It's not showing, so it's fine. But I do like to put the... Don't laugh at me, but I like to put these things back on just because I like looking at them sometimes. I like all the artwork that these come with, so why not? So I left the little sticky part down there to kind of just put it back. Now, I will have to wipe this down because it has all my fingerprints on it. So there's that. But not a bad looking Blu-ray. The Blu-ray wasn't that great, but not a bad looking Steelbook. And of course, if you are interested in getting the Steelbook, that's basically what comes with it and everything. So I hope you like this part of the video. I will be talking a little bit about what I thought about the movie in general, and hopefully you will stick around. Hopefully you've seen the movie already. If you have not seen the movie, please, 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 I will tell you right now, and I will put a little big disclaimer after this that I will be spoiling some things for it, so spoilers are ahead. Do not scream at me about the spoilers. I hate spoilers with all my being, so I don't want to ruin the movie for anyone. So alert, alert, spoilers, alert, alert. Okay, now that you saw the Steelbook, I hope you enjoyed that part. I do want to talk a little bit about how I felt about the movie. As you heard before, I did really enjoy it. I thought it was really funny, which is kind of different for a superhero movie, and I thought that they really did a good job of incorporating humor. I really enjoyed Thor in this movie because I felt like he was different, and honestly, that was the point, right? For him to evolve and to become a different kind of hero. And it seemed as though, while it was funny and there were jokes, it seems as though he was taking his role a little bit more seriously. And I like that because I felt like before he was kind of just like, okay, well, I'll save you, Earth, you know, and then he kind of just like comes and helps and, you know, whatever. He's like a little like jokester kind of, but also just we don't really take him seriously. But here we see him a little bit in a more serious role, trying to save his world. And I thought that was important for his character. I loved what they did with the villain in this movie, who is Hela. Now, or should we say antagonist, right? Because she's someone that I can see people actually liking, right? Where she did bad things, she kicked a lot of ass, which was amazing, by the way. It was great. But, you know, she did a lot of bad things. And I don't think that she could have kind of coexisted. She was trying to take over the world, and it's not really a good thing to do, you know. Hela, you gotta kind of, you know, be nice to people. But I can see why she was angry, right? She was one of the antagonists that had a really, really great background story, and they actually took the time to show that in this movie, which they don't always do. Some of the characters in the MCU are kind of you know, some of the villains are kind of just like you know, but I feel like Hela, with her background, with, you know, her dad, and just like her being with him and doing all these bad things, and sort of all of a sudden Odin having a change of heart, and she's just being like, well, what do you mean? You know, like, what? No, we're not doing that. And then they just like, she gets banished because she wants to continue doing what they've already been doing. It's sort of this just like family issue that, you know, Thor had no idea about, and it kind of puts Odin in a different light, right? Because while he gets a scene in this movie that is a little bit sad, and, you know, we all know he dies, and it's kind of like sad and stuff, but, you know, the things that he does, he's kind of not a great guy, right? Because he doesn't tell Loki that he's adopted, or like where he's from and things like that. And then, you know, Thor didn't know anything about, you know, this sister that comes out of nowhere and kind of just takes over, and she's just kind of like, you know, you're an idiot. And then all these things that they did in the past that they had no idea about, you know? And then like he had to find out from the wall falling apart and him like seeing the story there. Oh, I think that was a great way to show that, by the way. Instead of going into like all the details, it kind of just like showed the pictures, and then he had like a revelation like, wow, oh, I see, you know? What else? Oh, I really loved Valkyrie. Like loved her. Like she was amazing. She was such a badass. Of course, she had, you know, issues. She which rightly so. She was an alcoholic, and they showed that as soon as the movie, you know, in the beginning of the movie, she just rolled in and decided that she was going to get Thor or kidnap him actually, and deliver him to Grandmaster. So, you know, that was kind of messed up, but she eventually changes and becomes, you know, a hero, which is great. But her backstory is really sad. Basically, all of the soldiers that she fought with to protect Asgard were killed, you know, and it's really sad. Like, a lot of these stories are really sad, and I really enjoy getting more of the background in the movies from all of the characters. That's the best part for me. I feel like, I know that the movies can't be too long, but at the same time, I think that they need to, you know, give it a little bit of time, because if you care about these characters, then you are more interested in the movie and the scene and you know, the plot, right? That's how I feel, at least. Who else? Oh, I especially loved the additional parts that they gave to Heimdall right here. So he was okay. So before, in previous movies, he was more of just like a character that was just there, for me at least. I thought that they had a great relationship, Thor and him, and I thought it was like nice to see and things like that. But I feel like in this movie he's given a little bit more, and I love it, because he's basically taken upon himself to help the people. And I hope that he has more of a role in the upcoming film, but who knows? We'll see. Who knows? Of course, Loki is funny. We know this. Loki being in the movie. I don't really know if I cared more about Loki because of this movie, right? Because we all know that Loki goes from like helping and being nice to sort of being a trickster and taking advantage of his brother and all of that stuff. And I don't know if they know what to do with Loki, or if they did know what to do with Loki in this movie. I'm kind of just like, yeah, he helped him and, you know, things like that, but of course for his own selfish reasons, right? And I don't know, Loki was okay in this movie. The Grandmaster was pretty funny. I enjoyed watching the scenes with him. And Hulk was Hulk. I thought it was great that they were like fighting, and then we finally saw that Hulk actually beats Thor's ass. Like, actually, of course this was before he gets his, you know, powers, but he beats his ass, you know, and it was just like, oh, we know who wins that fight. I wonder if they're gonna have a rematch. But it was interesting to see Thor's new powers come into play. I thought that was really cool. I thought that they would do something different with the graphics when it came to that, but I guess, you know, they didn't want to make it too much, because maybe they want to save some for the next movie, you know. But I'm not totally sure. Now, there's a character that is not here that was really hilarious, and that was Korg. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, you shouldn't be watching this part because this is spoilers. But Korg was hilarious, and he's not one of the main characters, but he's definitely a special addition to it, because he brought a different kind of comical aspect to the movie. You know, and I feel like they really did a great job of incorporating all of the comedy, and at the same time they really had the serious scenes, and those serious scenes were heartfelt, you know. And I really enjoyed having female characters that were amazing and were part of the story, the lead, right? And I loved it. I just did. I thought it was a great movie, and I think that you should definitely take the time to see it if you haven't. Also, you shouldn't be here if you haven't seen it, because I just spoiled a lot. But take the time to see it, and if you have seen it, I say rent it and watch it again, especially before Infinity War, because all of these movies are going to be super important for that, right? I'm probably going to have to like either watch the movies or watch some kind of like quick review breakdown of these movies to sort of get a refresher, because I'm really bad with remembering movies. Please don't judge me. I'm so bad with remembering movies. So I really do think that I want to take the time to rewatch everything so that I can sort of remember everything. And just in case there's like extra stuff in the new movie that I need to know and that I don't miss, you know, because that would really suck if there's something that is like kind of something like you have to read between the lines in order to understand it. I don't want to miss that. Anyhow, so that was my little review slash spoiler fest slash, I don't know, giving you a little sneak peek of what I liked. I'm very much the type of person that I like characters that have depth. If the character has depth, then I feel something more for the movie, and I feel something more for the storyline. And this movie did that for me, and other movies did it too, but we'll talk about that later. All right, so I want to thank you for watching, and if you are interested, come through and watch me on Twitch. I am a Twitch streamer, same name, xBlueRendezvous. You can find me on Twitter if you want to see what I'm doing. If you have any suggestions for things that I can give reviews on, in particular, maybe TV shows, maybe other movies, things like that, just let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. What did you think of this movie? What did you think of all the characters? Who was your favorite character? That's interesting, right? I think my favorite was Valkyrie, if you didn't already catch that. But let me know in the comments, and let's have a conversation. I do also have a Discord where we talk about things like this, so join up. Hopefully I'll see you there. All right, thanks. Bye. Well, this movie I saw in the theaters. Great, thanks, nice. We're going to be... Nope. No! This is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. I am... I liked it. I really did. And we're going to talk a little bit more about what I liked it and why I liked what I liked it, what I liked about it, and why I liked it. Completely. What is going on? I've ever seen some people.